Good morning, my little coffee beans. Normally we kind of ease into a show, right? We have a few little laughs, a few little yucks, and then we get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Well, today we're going straight in for the meat and potatoes. If we have time at the end, we'll have some yucks, we'll have some laughs, and maybe a little bit of a palate cleanser, as it were. But I feel like this is something that really needs to be covered, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this story is hitting a little bit personal for me. Okay. I'm a little bit, I guess, more involved, a little bit more passionate about this topic, this subject matter, maybe than what I should be. And here's why. I'll just shoot it real straight with you. People like Sneako and Aiden Ross and Fresh and Fit, they are taking way too many of this generation's young men and misleading them on what it is to be a man. And I blame people like myself, my generation, okay? Because we are their fathers. Men of my generation are their fathers. We have failed these young men. You failed to show them what a man was. Now, is it because absentee fatherhood or fatherism or whatever they call it? Or is it just because fathers wanted to focus more on being their son's best friend versus being an actual father? I don't know. I don't know what the cause of it is. I don't have a clue. Each situation, I'm sure, is unique unto itself. But I tell you what we're going to do today. We're going to go through some stuff. Okay. You have people like Andrew Tate that comes in here, people like Fresh and Fit, who come in here and they start influencing these younger men like Aiden Ross, like Sneako, and they corrupt them, right? Because these young men are looking for a positive role model. They're looking for someone that they can follow, someone that they can look to and mimic and say, this is who I want to be like, right? I had strong men in my life that set before me a bar that was extremely high, saying, this is what a man is, right? First and foremost, I had my father. Now, my father had a lot of problems, right? I have no qualms about saying that. But he also had a lot of really good attributes too. He worked extremely hard. He always made sure that his family was provided for. When we screwed up, as me and my brothers did growing up, um, he corrected us, right? He put us back on the path that we needed to be on to become men. I had uncles, one who was a Marine and stormed the beaches of Iwo Jima, was there when those Marines raised the flag at Iwo Jima. I had another uncle who was on the USS Oklahoma when at Pearl Harbor on December 7th when the Japanese attacked us and his ship was sunk. He was one of the few Navy personnel that survived that day. So I had men all around me as I was growing up to show me and to inspire me what a man is, right? Being a man is not about being mighty and using brawn and forcing people to do things. That's not what a man is, right? A man comes in and he treats people with respect. He opens the doors for ladies and children. He protects those that need protecting. He doesn't come in, he doesn't force his way. He doesn't sit here and try to make people bend to his will, right? He inspires those people around him to be better than what they are. That's what a man is. Okay. So, as we know, Moistcr1tikal Charlie and Sneako have been going back and forth with each other, right? On Twitter, we covered that the other day, right? We kind of laughed at Sneako. Sneako came out and made a video, made some comments, went straight to the, I'm going to, you wouldn't say that to my face and I'm going to beat your ass and things of that nature, right? Because that's what that's what young boys like him do, right? Little boys do. They immediately, they immediately go to might makes right. Okay. And this is why brains wins over brawn every time. Why? Because Moistcr1tikal Charlie is smart, right? He's a man. Charlie is a good example of what a man should be. Okay. A man doesn't have to be some towering 6'6", just muscled up behemoth. That does not make someone a man. Okay. No more so than, just because you're 5 foot something and weigh 90 pounds soaking wet doesn't make you a man, right? Your size or your stature has nothing to do with whether or not if you're a man or not. We get way too hung up on that stuff, right? We look at somebody like, what was that guy's name? Liver King, right? Out here touting what the prime specimen of man is supposed to be like. Yeah, eating all these different raw meats and stuff, right? And how he's supposed to be this alpha male. Turns out he's just a juice head. He's just your typical juice head. Right? How many men did he mislead? Right? And so rather than get mad or aggravated at people like Liver King or Sneako or Fresh and Fit, what we have to do is we have to acknowledge these guys who are out here being true men, people like Moistcr1tikal, people like Abba and Preach, who are putting forth the right narrative, right? Hell, I'll even put people out there like Leon Lush, right? He's a man. He does it through comedy and humor, but he's still a man, right? There's lots of other creators that you can go out and watch that are not those clowns, like Sneako, Aiden Ross, Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, because they're not men. I got news for you. They are not men. I don't care how many cars they flash. I don't care how much money they flash. I don't care how many women they have on their arms. They're not men. They're boys trying to play men. There's a huge difference there. So I know I'm coming in a little hot this morning, right? But this upsets me. This upsets me because the problem is that this is rising. This type of mindset, this type of thought process, everything is rising because why? Some of it, I think, is in response because I've seen too many videos out there where these young ladies are interviewed on what they're looking for. They want a man they don't care about the substance of the man. They don't care about the nature of his heart. All they care about is he's got to be making 6-7 figures. He has to keep me in a certain lifestyle. And when I see these young ladies say that, it breaks my heart for them because they've been lied to as well. Is it important for a man to be able to take care of those that he's responsible for? His wife, his children, right? His family members. Yes, it is responsible. He is responsible for do that, right? And sometimes that means maybe you have to work a couple of 3 jobs. But what that doesn't mean is you have to have a $3 million mansion and you have to have, you know, several hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank and be making, 6, 7 figures a year. That doesn't make you a man. Right? And if you young ladies are looking for that in a man, my heart bleeds for you, because that's not what makes a man. Is those things nice? Is having nice houses and nice cars, all those? It's nice. You can have it is one aspect of, I guess, having a wonderful life, but it's not the only way. You can have a man that is a hardworking man that goes out and works his hind end off every day, and maybe he only makes $40,000 or $50,000 a year. But you know where his head is going to be at every night when he puts it down. And you know that he's going to protect you, and you know he's going to take care of you. And you know that you're not going to need anything. And when I say need, I talk about need versus want. You may want a lot. You may want a jacuzzi, or you may want an in-ground pool, or you may want some sort of, Escalade car to drive, or jewelry. But that's not a need, right? The only thing you need is a roof over your head, food in your belly, clothes for your back, security in the fact that you know that your man loves you and is going to come home to you. And he's not going to be out here chasing some new tail every night. Guys, this younger generation, your priorities are out of alignment, right? It's out of alignment. You've got to come back into focus to what truly matters. And it's not fancy cars and big houses and big rings on your fingers. That's not what matters. Anyway, so let's get into their story. So here's a clip from, this is a clip. I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched any of the clips, really. I haven't watched any of the actual video itself from that Charlie has put out. We're going to do all that today. This morning, we're going to go through this. But here's the thing, without watching the clips, without watching the video, it doesn't matter. I know what I know what this is about. I see this all the time. I watch the videos. I see the videos from Sneako, from Aiden Ross and Tate. I've seen all this crap. I've watched videos from Fresh and Fit, and they're all clowns. They're all a bunch of clowns. And like I say, it breaks my heart that this is what way too many young men are flocking to. It's not the way. So let's see here what Chris says. Chris says, "My God, Moist just fucking destroys Sneako. This is more brutal than when Sneako said he watched the girl he loved get fucked by 2 men." Well, let's see what clip Chris has for us.
When you are getting your feelings hurt and your immediate response isn't to fire back with insults, jokes, whatever, it's to challenge someone to a fight, you've taken a huge L. You've shown that the person has got under your skin, and the only thing you can resort to is a caveman brain of, I'll beat you in a fight. Sneako, you beating me in a fight doesn't unfuck your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you.
He's right. That's as succinct as you can put it, right? And the thing you have to ask yourself is this. And listen, I'm all about women being empowered and women going and pursuing careers and doing whatever they want to do. But I have to ask, what is it that your man is not providing you at home emotionally? I'm not worried about physical. What is your man not providing you at home emotionally that makes you go out and look and want to be done this way by other men while he watches you? And more importantly, why would you, as a man, want to sit and watch someone that you supposedly have feelings for be done this way? And if she has feelings for you, why would you want to do that to somebody and then watch you? I don't understand that mentality. And this is not about women not having their body and whatever. I don't. That's not even part of the argument. That's not even part of the argument. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing the emotional connection that a man and a woman, or two people who say they're in love. Let me put it that way, so as not to be oh he's no. Let me just be real succinct and clear about this. When two people are supposedly in love and in a relationship, what emotional needs are not being met to where this has to become a part of the relationship? I don't get that. So Adam says Charlie's response to Sneako is fucking insane. Well, let's see what segment of the clip of the video he has here.
And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here. And I'm sorry to...
So Moistcr1tikal basically gives him an education on what a weapon is and the difference between a pistol and a rifle. Again, these are just boys trying to play men. Okay, what is this? Aiden updates. Look at me, look at him. And who's more likely to be on the watch list? Sneako had some words for Moistcr1tikal while on the phone with Aiden Ross. Oh boy, this ought to be real interesting.
So let me ask you: if you saw him walking down the street, what are you doing?
I would walk up to him and I would say the same stuff that you said in your videos. I would look him dead in the eye and say all that stuff you said in your videos. Say it to my face right now, and I know that he would freeze up and not say a word. This is what this is why I'm sick of the internet and why we should spend more time in the real world, because this is garbage, bro. Does anyone in the chat think that he would say any of this face to face, one-on-one? If I'm looking at Moistcr1tikal, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, he looks like he's homeless. Look at him. If he's calling me a pedophile, look at me and look at him. Who's more likely to be on a watch list? Who's more likely to shoot up the school?
Yo!
Would he say this? Come on. Let's be honest.
I have no doubt in my mind for 1 second that Moistcr1tikal would say that to your face. Now, he might catch hands, and because you are quite a larger man physically than what he is, not emotionally, not mentally, you're an infant when it comes to that. You probably physically could beat him down, but it doesn't change anything that Charlie is saying to you. Get that. Understand that. Again, you are still in this mindset that might makes right. It does not. Never has, never will. Doesn't mean that people who are stronger cannot force their will upon others. That happens all the time. But it doesn't make you right. It does not make you right. And I'm sorry, you're wrong in this situation. You're so wrong and so out of touch that you're so brainwashed by this stupid ass mentality that you think that this is the way. This is the alpha way. I'm alpha male. Fuck. You're a beta cuck boy who stands in the corner and watches other men break out the back of your girlfriend. That's not alpha male, okay? And I have to ask, what is it that you're not providing to this woman in your life that she has to go seek this out from other men? And I'm not talking about physicality. I'm talking about emotional connection and support What is it that you're not providing to this woman that she's trying to go and fill that void by those type of actions and behaviors? Stop and ask yourself that, you idiot. All right. So Rick Nicholas Dioro says, shares this from his Discord, says, sick of Abba and Preach. Send me clips and the memes of all the retarded shit they've said, like his fat whale wife and Abba making himself getting his ass ate at everyone. Even on Rumble, we will beat the soy mentality. Big video coming on all the soy YouTubers. None of them are special. Yeah, go after Abba and Preach. Go right ahead. Again, 2 men. You might be shocked and surprised where that leads you. And I would highly suggest that you do not go after Abba's wife. I'm sorry, Preach's wife. Let me correct myself. It's Preach's wife. Because the last person that tried that, Preach was ready to step in the ring with him. I'm fairly confident Preach would have kicked his ass, but he ran. Oh, who was that again? Oh, that's right. That was Fresh and Fit. They ran and hid. Because see, here's the thing. Eventually, with real men, you're gonna pop off to a real man, and they're gonna get enough of the little childish bullshit. And when they do, that's it. Game over. Next. All right, so let me pause for just a second and talk with the chat just this morning before we get into this video from Charlie. Who we have in here? Beth Ann, welcome in this morning. Rachel, JC, Orson, Gigi, Purple Paw Prince, Mark, Ren. Hey, seen your picture. That was a good picture of iDubbbz this morning, Ren. Or maybe it was last night. I don't know. Basically, when I got off work last night, I fixed some supper for the wife, and I crawled into a cocoon and died. We had real bad weather here the last few days, and it's really been kicking my RA. GMZ, how you doing this morning? Nick is in here this morning. Voltage Mike. Rylan, Pickleton, Trippy's in here this morning. Who else is in here? Nuclear Winter. Hey, I see Dave is here this morning. How you doing, Dave? Hopefully the weather kind of cleared up for you, bud. Am I missing anyone? Joshua. I think that's everything. Okay, so let's get into this most critical video. And like I said, we're going to watch some of this. I don't want to watch all of it. I don't want to take views away from Charlie. So we're going to watch some parts of it here and there. And then, like I say, we'll try to do a little bit of a palate cleanser before we end the stream, so we can at least go out here, hopefully feeling a little bit with a good start to our Wednesday, right? So here we go. Let's get into this.
Hey, Sneako. Does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. And I'm happy to report that these are back in stock and a lot more at moistglobal.com. Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet just seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. Yep. It's already been 3 months, can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return, and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you.
And if you haven't watched that video that Morris has talked about there, go check it out. Because he bent Sneako over his knees and spanked his little ass and sent him home crying.
But unfortunately, I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are. Because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree, it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months, you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge, unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over So I was joking with them, saying like, "Oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks," that kind of shit. And it got
the cuties watch party. Oh God. Oh, Lord.
really under his skin in a big way. So he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Now, the reason he keeps saying "watch my clips" while threatening me here is because during the stream, I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said, "watch my clips" to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy. This is like the grammar police of guns. But he's a fucking imbecile. You absolute
There you go.
buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips. You absolute fucking dummy.
That's exactly right.
The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips. You look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson. He was very upset, so he was threatening to come shoot me, beat me up, all of that, because I hurt his feelings, and it's been festering for quite some time now. 3 fucking months. You love to bitch about how everyone's canceling you. These soy boy NPC bots are all canceling you. It's all you do. You treat the teenagers in your Discord like they're your goddamn therapist. Just going in there to complain about the invisible boogeyman canceling you again, shaking your fist at the clouds. I also love that you treat this Discord server like it's your PR team, so you have them work on your responses on Twitter because you're not witty enough to come up with anything on your own.
Oh, hell.
You have no ability to banter. You can't insult anyone. Anytime you're pushed, all you fall back on is one of 3 things: soy boy, bot, or NPC, and that's it. You never deviate from this path. Which
He doesn't. That's what I was saying. Sneako is he's got a pea brain, right? He's not matured. He needs one. You know what he needs? I'll tell you what he needs. All right. He needs to go over here to Peepaw's merch store. He needs to get him one of them oatmeal brain shirts because it fits him to a T. Why? Because Sneako is a oatmeal brain.
Which is ironic because you're like literally a sheep. You have 3 programmed responses. You're like the absolute worst character, side character in an MMO. It's pathetic. But I'm getting sidetracked. You love to be super public about how much you hate antidepressants and you shit on anyone who takes antidepressants. But with the way you talk in your Discord server, I'm pretty convinced that you're only 2 or 3 messages away from asking your community to source antidepressants for you under the table to help with all this mental anguish you're going through. And I think that'd honestly be a good idea. It might help you. But I'm putting the cart before the horse here. How did we get to this point? Well, I made that video about Sneako, and I fully planned on that being the only time I ever talked about this asshole. I really did. All I wanted to do was highlight why I personally don't respect him. I know a lot of people criticize me for not tackling his points, and to that I say, bah humbug, this fucking goober didn't make any points. All he did was insult me and my girlfriend. He insulted me and my girlfriend because I made fun of one of his friend's blatantly fake stories. He resorted to childish name-calling like, "I'm ugly, and I don't go outside." That's not making any points. Like, what am I supposed to debunk there? No, actually, my mom thinks I'm handsome, and so does my girlfriend, so you're wrong, factually wrong. There's nothing to debunk. The whole point of the video was highlighting why I don't respect him. I'll go ahead and briefly give you a previously on Dragon Ball Z lore recap to bring you up to speed on the points I was making for why I think he is a pathetic piece of shit, and his opinion holds no value in my eyes. Is because he publicly defends Cuties as one of his favorite movies. Cuties was a Netflix film that used real child actresses in sexual situations. So they sexualized real children. A fact that Sneako himself acknowledges, but writes off as being okay because it's realistic, because in the real world children get sexualized. I'll say it again, regardless of what the intention of the film was, they missed the mark because what ended up happening is they sexualized the child actresses. That is a problem. Full stop. Even if the message was supposed to be the opposite, they still ended up contributing to the very problem they were speaking out against.
I watched Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody.
Doesn't shock to surprise me that someone like this would actually enjoy a movie like Cuties. That's a shock. Doesn't surprise me.
else. I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited.
No, you know why I didn't get clickbaited? Because I didn't watch the shit.
Cuties is not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
Imagine claiming.
Anyway. Let's see what some of you guys are saying here in the chat. Let's see here. Biggest flex right here, nonchalant whipping out the AR to correct Sneako. I don't know so much if that's necessarily a flex or whatever. Turn off there. I don't want you to add it. Crazy how Sneako, who has guns, knows less than me about guns. Sneako touts a gun to look hard. Worst reason to possibly ever own a firearm. Exactly. That's not. Why are you still? I turned you off. I don't know why. Yeah. If you own a firearm to try to make you look tough, that's not why to own a firearm. You're exactly right there. Whoa, my generation is not a bunch of cuties fan. The fuck Sneako talking about? Exact. I don't know. I don't understand. Why does it keep? Hang on here. Let me stop showing. Why is it? Hang on here. For some reason, it keeps showing. Let me just turn it off there. Stupid thing. Anyway. All right. So, I've totally lost because of the stupid thing. All right. Let's get on back into Charlie here.
Claiming children in sexual positions is clickbait. Yikes. That's rough. You admit that the children were sexualized. That is bad. Okay? That means the movie failed in its mission. I don't know what you don't get about that. But regardless, I'm not here to just keep hammering home the same points. Another thing that I talked about for a reason I don't respect him is because he battles with his own sexuality. He is very public about how he used to go to these swinger parties. I think he says 4 in total over the course of like 2 weeks, where he watched his girlfriend get fucked by other men. Even telling the story of how he was literally in the bed watching his girl get fucked by a different man, moaning intensely, and it was traumatizing. Yet he recommends that everyone should try it at some point for some reason.
Because this was...
Why? Why? Is that thing still showing it? Why? Why would anybody recommend this? I don't understand. Okay.
Imagine seeing the girl you love
get fucked.
Get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other three?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. You know what?
So my point with this was,
let me just be clear here. I don't think it's something anybody should be doing. I don't know how. I don't know if he realized by telling that story halfway through the story how stupid it made him look, and so he was trying to then compensate and tried to make it not look as bad. I don't know what his point was. I don't know.
Why is this the guy that's lecturing everyone on their relationships, shitting on people's relationships, when he himself is in one that makes him very upset and he can't come to terms with it? Now, if he's open about being a cuck and happy and proud to be a cuck, that's fine. But he's not. It makes him mad every single time. So why the fuck is this insecure guy the one that's the moral authority on healthy relationships all of a sudden? That was the point of me bringing up that clip. Now, that was basically the whole video. I summed it up real quick. All I pointed out is I don't respect his opinion because he defends a movie I consider to be child porn. I think any film or any production that has real children being sexualized should be classified as child porn. That's how I view it. Maybe your definition's different, but that's how I personally view that.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Moist on this one. If a video is sexualizing minors, that's porn. I don't.
Kind of content. So him defending that was beyond reprehensible to me. And him being very public with his cuckoldry and how scarring it has been, it should be a lesson and an example that he himself is not great when it comes to relationships and all these things. And I posted that and it made him extremely upset and he hasn't stopped fucking crying about it for 3 months. So, fast forward to 2 days ago. I was streaming a Moist Esports tournament and I went up to go to the bathroom. I had to take a shit. It was a double flusher. So I was on the toilet for quite some time. And I saw Sneako post that he's posted quite a few times now. And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing anything else right now on the porcelain throne. I'll play in the pig pen. So I did. For 3 months now, Sneako has had this adorable little collage that he made that looks like it's straight out of a 16-year-old girl's diary with pictures of boys from her class that she doesn't like. All about people that have hurt his feelings. This is his wall of shame for people that have insulted him online. What's even sadder about it is he purposely leaves out people that he's afraid of. So Turkey Tom, for example, made a whole video talking about Sneako and how pathetic he is.
Turkey Tom getting a little acknowledgement there. Very good.
And Sneako tried to talk a big game to him, even challenged him to a debate, which Turkey Tom accepted with jubilation. He was ecstatic.
Yeah.
And then Sneako kept ducking him, ghosting him. So he leaves Turkey Tom off of this list because he's afraid to actually talk to him. And he also leaves off quite a few other people, but the most notable other one that is comical for the absence is Brandon Buckingham.
Brandon sat there and challenged his ass to a fight, called him flat out, said, hey, let's go.
Buckingham is an internet content creator that Sneako lied about for a long time, and they had a lot of beef, and Brandon Buckingham actually challenged him to a fight. And Sneako is very fearful of him. We'll get into that more in depth in a moment, but I just need to set the stage a little bit here with this collage. So after seeing this for the 100th time in the last 3 months, I finally just said, holy shit, you pathetic, sensitive, soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend get fucked by numerous other men and also insulted you for defending child porn. That's not cancellation. That's just spitting on you for being a pitiful, sad cuck. And this puppy really blew up on Twitter in a big way. Now, I will say it again. What I did and what I am doing right now is not canceling you, Sneako. I am insulting you. I am making fun of you. Something that you were supposed to be a huge proponent of, right?
That's right. Bring back bullying.
Like one of your big things, like bullying needs to be brought back.
Exactly.
So now that I'm making fun of you, what all of a sudden now it's off limits. Now it's canceling.
Yeah.
You have become.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, that's enough. I'm not gonna watch you more. Here, let me do this here. I will add this to the. Here's the link to Charlie's video. Definitely, I want you guys to go check it out. I will also put it in the description down below for the VOD for people can go check it out afterwards. And if you're not actually, truthfully, honestly, if you're not subbed to Moistcr1tikal, you're missing some really good content. Charlie is extremely funny. He's highly entertaining. Anyway, but that's only about half the video, right? So you guys have got a whole nother 7 minutes that you guys can go and watch. But there's a difference, right? Moist makes his points, causes Sneako to seethe and maul for 3 months, gets the worst case of diaper rash you've ever seen in your life, comes, starts whining and whatever, saying he's being canceled, doesn't understand that, people are just making fun of because he's got some really stupid ass takes, right? So instead, what does he do? he comes on, starts crying and pouting about how, they're trying to cancel me. They're trying to do this. No, they're laughing at you because you're a moron and you got oatmeal for brains, right? And so he does his little song and dance that he does. And then what happens? Charlie comes out and has to spank his ass again. And now he thinks, oh, well, I'll take on Abba and preach. I'm going to tell you something. You don't want to go there. Those guys are comedians for a living. That's what they do. They're comedians, right? You thought you had problems matching wits with Charlie? Dude, Abba and preach. Oh my God. It's just, you know what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen.
This is a sickness of the highest order. Eh?
Exactly. It's a sickness of the highest order. So anyway, let's get into some palate cleansing here. Let's see what happens here. I guess this is because maybe, if you guys don't know, they got some dogs in there on the treadmill and they're chasing squirrels. So the other day during a stream, I told a little story from back when the wife and I first got married, and it tickled my good friend Max. And D-Max went and he took it and he edited it and he put some of the little flares on it and stuff that you know, because he's funny. Max is a funny guy. He really is. And so that video was up on my on the channel here. You can go take a look at it if you're so inclined to. But it's funny. So anyway, it cracked me up, and it was my story. So there you go. So what is this here? Oddly terrifying. What are you doing in this situation? I don't know. Let's see what the situation is. Oh my Lord. Look at the stadium. It's rocking. The whole damn thing is, oh Lord Jesus. Holy crap. I'm out of there. Y'all, you don't understand. I don't care who's Yaya Sports. I don't know who it is. I don't care. I'm the hell out of there. It's got to collapse, right? Oh, it didn't. Well, good. I'm glad it didn't collapse, but I would be so out of there. It would be yesterday's news. I would be going so fast. Okay, what is this? Just for laughs. All right, let me guess. This guy doesn't know what counterweights are. They're not too excited about going checking on the homeboy that was driving that thing. Good night, people. What is this? Jester is lost. Peepaw tells a squirrel story. This man is a genius. Thanks to D-Max for finding this man. He is the most intellectually gifted person ever who wouldn't eat squirrel brain. Jokes aside, he's probably just one of the more funny people I have met. Oh, so he's saying, oh, so I guess that's more about D-Max than it is me. Okay, let's go. Well, no, D-Max he 100% is very smart and he's very funny. And speaking of D-Max put out a video. He says, I was able to get screenshots of Lord Sax's tweets. Shax's, I guess that's how you say that, tweets before his account got yeeted. Who knew he was so into commentary Twitter? So let's see what Max has done here.
How many times do I have to tell you, Guardians? Shotgun aping is for tryhards. However, Jotun spamming is for Chad Kings. As Xylee gets real, more like Xylee gets good. She might be a queen of content, but she isn't a queen of any measure in the Crucible. But I've got some broad she could cast. Zavala's tits. Is that content I've just witnessed? So I hear Chris the Narc is a police officer. Well, I've had my fair share dealing with wardens. If you wish to put me in a cage, pig, don't expect the bars to be the only thing I break. I can't believe mine eyes. Is this the wondrous Cabal slash I've only yet heard whispers of? The fabled Kabusi? At core, dude is...
Oh no, not the Kabusi.
Playing way too much Destiny 2. The Traveler might be thanking him, but Matt Pitt might end up breaking him. What the hell is a Bowblacks anyway? Nicholas Diorio, we get it. You're enjoying playing Destiny 2, but for the love of the Traveler, make more content. I need something to distract me when I have to witness your miserable performance in the Crucible. Ha ha! Is anyone else worried the writers will eventually turn me gay? No? Just me? Alright, sorry, never mind. Eyes emoji.
Holy shit! We'll always love you. I can't believe you did this to me, guys.
That's pretty good, Max. Good job, son. Good job. Oh, me. And I think the next one, yeah, is just going back into the most critical stuff. Oh, Lord. Anyway. Yeah. Cool beans. So, I tell you what, I know Max is in the middle of relocating, right? He's sold his place and he's moving into a temporary place, and he's getting everything set up and squared away. All that takes time, and you got to get the utilities converted and internet on and yada yada yada, right? And but I for one am truly waiting for Max to get moved and stuff, because I know he has some plans for some videos on his main channel that I think is going to be quite good. Me. So let's see, what did Peepaw miss last night when he was comatose out there in the land of YouTube that we need to go and hype up and probably watch today? Well, right off the bat, I see Nerdy John has put out a video. Sneako ran, he says. He put this out about 2 hours ago. It's a 2-minute. It's just a 2 minutes. Let's just watch what Nerdy has to say right quick.
How's it going, guys? Nerdy John here, and today we have yet another Sneako L. You see, creator, Willie Mac. You know, I worked with him on the DeadOnDave show once or twice before. Great content creator. Seriously, go subscribe to him. He made a video recently. It's like 40 minutes long of just making fun of Sneako, and it's the best thing ever. Because what people don't realize is Sneako's not a boogeyman, okay? Remember that loser, Nick is not green, when he reported him? That guy is a moron. He's an idiot because he's afraid of what Sneako can do. No, you see, with people like Sneako, you don't treat them like the boogeyman. You treat them like how they are. Pathetic, tough guy people who like to watch their girlfriend get rammed by other guys. And Sneako has just been coping hard, man. Like, dude tried making fun of Charlie, aka Moistcr1tikal, and Charlie just flat out called him out, like, hey bro, you wanna fight? You wanna fight, bro? And the dude just basically backed off, like, nah man, good. And like, Willie shows it in his video, but he's like, nah man, I just like the internet stuff, man. Like, imagine me losing my masculinity if I lose. Like, bro, you can't, bro. This dude, Sneako is like, don't get me wrong, seeing how people react to him is fun, but he's like the Corin. He's nothing but an idiot, and it's fun to laugh at him. And enjoy Rumble, dude. I hope you have a good one. This is Nerdy John. I know this was a really short video, but honestly, I just wanted to laugh at Sneako for a bit.
Okay, so there you go. So Nerdy John had a video out there. What's this? Now recording exposed. What the fuck, Jalen? This was streamed 5 hours ago. 2.5 hours. Okay. So I'll have to check that out. Definitely have to check that out. What else we got here to do to? Okay, there's the Penguin Zero. iDubbbz loses all of his fans in 30 seconds. Cavos. Yeah, I saw this clip from iDubbbz where he makes this. Have to check out the Cavos video, see what he has to say about it. This one here, Some Ordinary Gamers, Metahar. He's made a couple of videos. He made another one where he talks about there's these 3 banks that have failed, right? And the Silicon Bank was the last one. He talks about the importance of it. It's a good video. I haven't watched this one yet, but the one that he had previous to this one. Let's see here. Where's it at here? What happened? Where's his video? What happened? Because I know I watched it. Did something happen to his video? This one here, the one where he does the $10 million was laundered on Twitch TV, that one's good too. But he did another video. I don't think I haven't watched that one while the banks are falling. I'm going to watch that one too. What else is there? Oh, Abba and Preach have done a video on him as well. Sneako. I'll have to check that out. Always check out the Abba and Preach videos. And of course, we DeadOnDave and crew Monday with Xylee. Like I said, that was the all-star show, right? We had Willie Mack was on there, Bo Blacks calls in, Matt Pitt, Xylee, shit all over him. And so if you haven't watched this video, most definitely check it out as well. Anyway, so it looks like I've got some videos out there to watch today. To see what's going on. I'm interested in that now recording in the Jalen. I saw a couple of things on Twitter like yesterday afternoon right before I went to bed about possibly it was alluding to Jalen was maybe flagging channels. I hope that's not the case. I hope she wasn't doing that. I hope that was all just a misunderstanding. So I'm really interested into watching that stream from the Now Recording Boys to see exactly what's going on there. So anyway, but listen, we're gonna get out of here on time today for a change. The DeadOnDave show last night was postponed. Dave up there where he lives at up in the Northeast got hit by some really strong winds and snow and stuff, and his internet stuff was being real flaky last night, so we've had to postpone it. My understanding is that the show will be tonight at I believe it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will verify that with Dave and make sure, but watch his Twitter, watch my Twitter for that. And I believe it was my understanding when he said that Bunny had got her schedule rearranged to where and she's going to be there as well. So looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather has straightened out up there to where his internet's all lined out, whatever. And we were able to do the show tonight. So should be 7 Eastern Standard Time tonight. But like I say, make sure you are watching my Twitter and Dave's Twitter on that for confirmation. But anyway, until and of course I'll be back here tomorrow morning as well. But you're gonna shut it down for now. Listen, guys, make sure go check out these other creators that we mentioned today. The Now Recordings, Nerdy John, Moistcr1tikal, Abba and Preach, You know, the DeadOnDave stream for Monday night. Go check that out. Sudden Ordinary Gamers, Leon Lush. All these guys make really, really good content. And every one of those guys that I mentioned are people that you can look to for, you know, and for advice maybe on how to do things. I guess if all else fails, you can come to me and I'll try to help you as well. But if you're a young man, I strongly encourage you to not be going to people like Fresh and Fit, Aiden Ross, Sneako, Andrew Tates, those guys. Those are not good positive role models for how to be a man and how to live life. We've got to, you know, we've got to right this ship. We've got to get it back up and sailing right. You know, and this whole alpha male mentality crap that they're spewing, this is not the way about it. That's not, you know, alpha men, you know, real men don't have to go around crying and crowing about how they're alpha and you know, trying to intimidate people. That's not what alpha male do. Okay. That's not what real men do. Just know that. So anyway, listen, you guys take care. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll be there at the end. We had a few laughs and stuff. And I will, as always, keep your powder dry, guys. And I'll see you in the funny papers.